പോകും തീവണ്ടി കൊട്ടില്ല KV and GWS like the mafia പാടില്ല പക്ഷെ ചെയ്യാതിരിക്കാനും പറ്റില്ല. Welcome to this exclusive preview of the album Scottappanum Thuggappanum, and we're really glad that you guys were able to join from different time zones. It's really amazing to see the support that you guys are showing us. And this is a first time thing, I believe. Like Kiran was saying, we have never really seen anything being done like this, so we're really excited. The whole plan of the episode is to make sure that we get to listen to these tracks before the release tomorrow, and we're going to react to the tracks and listen to them, have a lot of fun. We're going to also take questions. We have got a few questions from Instagram, so we're going to ask KV and Glenn the questions that we have. And I think the track list is also going to come out after this episode. So yeah, stay tuned, guys. And if you have any other questions, we can obviously take them up in the chat. But I would suggest just sending them to Anjali, and she's going to send us the questions so that we don't get overwhelmed. So that's the whole idea. But let's start then. So we'll probably start with Glenn and KV. What was the premise behind this album? What was your inspiration? How did this come out? I know you guys have known each other forever, and both of you are from Bahrain. So we'll talk about how you met. We have few people have asked those questions as well. But tell us a little bit about the album. How is this different? What is the message that you guys are trying to convey?
So, Glenn, you want to go first? Or?
Yeah, cool. Kiran and I, we know each other from Bahrain. I think there was a choir we were a part of. It was called YMCA choir in Bahrain. And it was a kids choir, and we were part of it. That's literally where it started, that's how we got to know each other. And we were in the same church too. And back then, he was the cool kid. He knew all about hip hop and shit. And I was this fat, chubby, annoying guy. But yeah, that's how much. That's looking back. And then
speak louder, please.
Oh, louder. Cool. So yeah, that's from how we know each other. And then talking about how we got into the music thing. Kiran went off to Australia. He's studying there, and I was still in Bahrain. He's like a 2-year-old. He's like older than me by 2 years, Kiran. And so once I think he came back, or while he was there, he started making music and started putting it on SoundCloud. And that's how I got to know that he was doing stuff.
That was.
Yeah, and then I had recently got just got a Mac at that time.
And then he got in, and then literally we are just like featuring each other.
At that point, the only artists we knew were each other, and they were like, "Hey, you know what? Ella trackilum Kiran allinga."
That was the agenda. Like if I'm doing a song, for sure I'll be like Glenn Hadawada. If he's doing a song with someone else, I'll be in it. It's something like that. It's like, yeah. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm pretty happy I started. I inspired him to get in, and he's doing, because I did that, and now he's doing very well. He's doing his own thing. So I really feel happy, man. Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's
how it started.
Like we said,
3 years back.
3 years back-ish.
Back,
and we started with
before that we knew each
Stories,
other,
right?
Basement Stories. So all the songs of some of the songs were already on SoundCloud, but like for us, the first official Spotify thing was Basement Stories.
Yeah, so
it's just like we took all the best tracks.
Yeah,
all the best tracks we had, we just took and we just made an album. Yeah, but yeah, that's like literally our first works. Like it was really experimental too.
Yeah,
like it was not like we had this in our mind, like we wanted it to be like this. It was just like whatever we could do, and if it sounded nice, it's good.
Anything that sounded nice and had my voice.
Yeah,
and
but
Kiran's
like
voice
over
on
the
it was
years,
in the
yeah, bro,
album.
it's like it's evolving. It's so good.
But yeah, talking about this particular album, so this is like our sequel to Basement Stories, I would say, but this time incorporating Malayalam and like the Malayalam hip hop scene into it. It started with like a track Kiran and I did, which was like a single. And then that led to another single featuring each other. And then we were like, you know what, this is the domino effect. We're just going to keep doing more tracks. And then finally it became an album. And we were like, okay, you know what? Here we are.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
But
the
songs do have like,
over these,
story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over these months, we were all planning, okay, we have to drop this song. But like as it became October, I think we decided like, nah, just make it album. Like that's it. You know, we already have like some songs, and to be precise, we're working on this album from March.
Yeah.
Pretty much right after my Scottappanum Vibes came out.
Okay, yeah, that came out in
how
March.
it started. Yeah.
And
after that, after that, bro, it was just like even Southside Pillar came out, and then I was just like, it was COVID and stuff, so it was like you got to sit at home, lockdown, you know, so we both had to utilize that time. Even he was in US at that time. It was like lockdown.
Yeah.
So we both were just making tracks and like that we piled up a couple of them. So after this, Deluxe is coming. 4 more tracks.
Oh, amazing, man. So yesterday when I posted this
1 month, 1.5 months.
Okay. So yesterday I posted this story on my Instagram, and my wife's not into hip hop and all that, okay? But she was looking at this and she was like, Scottappanum Thuggappanum. Like Thuggappan already, Thuggappan. So
that's a thing to it. We are actually planning Thuggappan at the start.
Yeah. It was Scottappanum Thuggappanum at first, and then we were like, hey, what do we?
And then they were like,
So it started off like this. So I take heavy inspiration from Travis.
Yeah.
And Kiran does the same from Young Thug. So it's like we wanted to.
I don't do the same, but I'm very inspired. Yeah,
exactly. So that was where it started off. You know, that idea of having, okay, you know what, something that kind of gives a hint of what we are inspired from. അങ്ങനെയാണ് എൻ്റെ Scottappanum തുടങ്ങിയത്, and then here we have Scottappanum Thuggappanum.
Amazing, bro. Yeah.
No, for me actually, Scott. For me, Travis Scott and Young Thug on the same level. Like both are amazing. You know.
Cool. Yep. So why don't we listen to one track? Then you guys pick which track, and we listen to one, and let's check it out. And then we'll probably take a few questions also. We have quite a lot of questions related to the album, not related to the album. So we'll pick up few questions after this and have you guys answer them also. So Glenn, we'll probably wait for you to.
I'm down for the screen share. Kiran, do you have any particular song that you want to put?
You want to just go according to the tracks.
Oh, cool. I can know. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna share screen. So first track is Mafia.
Shout out to World of Duncan.
Oh, this is Duncan, is it? Okay, awesome.
Yeah, Alvin.
Yeah, Paamgutti was really awesome, by the way.
Thanks, bro. Thank you. That was he sent it to me. It was already amazing. I had to do, but it was such.
Yeah, good stuff.
I like that track. It's really good. He's put out 2 more tracks. Please support him, guys.
Yep.
Who is the one underlining Asha? Anyways, so we're playing Mafia first. Mafia was the track which was called Karthar over a couple of times on the
Karthar,
Instagram
yeah.
stories when we were putting snippets.
Mhm.
We got a we got a pretty significant what do I say? Replies to it, and people were really wanting to hear the full track out. Well, here it is. If you can see the dates, we've modified the last, and this was done last on October 1st. So because this was a track that was already done and we just kept it there, anyways, I'm just gonna start playing it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let me know if you guys can hear it, okay?
പോകും തീവണ്ടി കൊട്ടില്ല KV and GWS like the mafia പാടില്ല പക്ഷെ ചെയ്യാതിരിക്കാനും പറ്റില്ല കേട്ടില്ല ഗാന്ധി പോക്കറ്റില്ല but it's a trap at a bando super fast പോലെ എന്റെ വരികൾ call me Rambo കളിക്കള്ളം എന്റെ yeah bitch I'm the landlord 100 miles OD give me lit എത്താൻ western trap and southside check on me and the mafia moving the packs and changing the climate മഴങ്ങി മഴ കാറ്റെങ്കി കാറ്റ് പാട്ടോടെ പാട്ട് ഉല്ലസിച്ച് നീ എന്ന ആട് I take the shots now I live with the പാട് പിള്ളേരെ ചോദിക്കുക റാപ്പല്ലേ ചേട്ട എന്താണ് പാട് മക്ക് തരാം നീ ഒന്ന് പാട് hypocrites നിറഞ്ഞ നാട് bangers on bangers we just started bro do it for the color man got my boys waiting for the bread Carter over barbecue and flex seller rolling on my ride my coffee was right and I'm ready beats all night Aussies flow money calling me very bend in that pocket till the boys in the very move page I used to do Lily mafia so call it rules so very yeah it's different Carter over NS47 പാളി പോകും തീവണ്ടി കൊട്ടില്ല KV and GWS like the mafia പാടില്ല പക്ഷെ ചെയ്യാതിരിക്കാനും പറ്റില്ല കേട്ടില്ല Mafia calling Mafia calling, road in the steady, bottle I'm ready, talking the ready, pass me the cash, bottle I'm kelpy, can give me a drag, on the check over and carry my mocha, here is super fast, break it up, it up, Gino Manangin, keep it a pretty kid, and never son at the money kid, and the report, some of the recordum, bit to go to Kanamala Marakanam, Namoda culture there, Langada Kali Mere, in the Kotigam, Koreala. Trap on the style, I don't know my love. Throne for the two of us. I said that the throne is for two of us. It's different. Carter over NS47 പാളി പോകും തീവണ്ടി കൊട്ടില്ല KV and GWS like the mafia പാടില്ല പക്ഷെ ചെയ്യാതിരിക്കാനും പറ്റില്ല കേട്ടില്ല Damn, dude. That was amazing, bro. Really good. I really like the vibe that you guys have brought in it. Like the mafia name obviously does justice to this. It's like what do you say? It's like going back to those gangster kind of guys who are full dapper and wearing suits and have their hair all slicked back and all that. It has a really good vibe and amazing stuff, bro. Really amazing.
Hey Kiran, you're muted.
And there are a lot of people saying it's fire in the comments too, just like it has to be. So amazing, man.
Yes, guys,
when did you guys
Very,
plan to change the name from Karthar over to Mafia? What was the reason?
Because I don't know, so at the start we were planning to put this out as a single, and we were hitting up a couple of guys for the cover art and promos and stuff. So I don't know, I don't remember, but one of them told us it would be better if we put it as Mafia. And then I just asked Glenn, and then he said, "All right, that's fine." And then we just went with it after that. But we're not going to play it again. But in the song, when I wrote it at the start, it was how I visioned it was like a black Range Rover of a mafia, like, So I've written a bit about a black Range Rover, and I've written a bit about like this mafia thing too.
Mhm.
So that was the whole vision of it. And then Glenn came, the same thing, and yeah, that's why that had to be the first track.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's
like for me, it was something like, when he sent it over, it was something so different, and I was like, okay, I need to make sure I pick up on like on the same note that he left it off. So yeah, it came out something
and
like so
he did
different.
an amazing job, man. Yeah, it's so
Thanks,
different.
man.
Yeah, yeah,
So Walter
and
Duncan has
yeah,
done the music, huh, for this one.
no. So these are other producers.
Who? Okay.
Yeah.
So this time,
So if you
like for this album,
precisely
just like
ask
Basement
me,
Stories.
so this song is produced by Lucas de Petit. He's a
Oh.
French producer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have like couple of other guys doing this,
Mm-hmm.
but we've kind of paid them. So like,
Yeah.
it's like ours now, something like that.
Yeah. No, the
But yeah,
vibe is
Lucas.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing vibe
Yeah,
to
man.
it.
When I heard the beat first, I was like, shit, what the hell? And at that time, it didn't have those many plays. It had like 200 plays. The beat on the website. So that time, I just took it straight, made this. This happened really quick. This song. I let it, Glenn.
Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty quick. I mean,
It
most
was
all of
pretty
the tracks
quick.
happened
Yeah.
pretty quick. Like we
All
finish
yeah,
like a
actually,
demo and then
yeah.
we send it over and it's done.
Yeah, it's done. Yeah, it's done.
I mean, like we have this
That's
chemistry,
why.
like
That's why I like working with him, because it's, like we kind of understand. Like we know what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, like after our mixes, maybe this volume a bit higher. That's it. Like other than that, we know what each other sounds are and everything. So that's why it's very easy to work with him. So and when we do a track, it's like literally like he does half, I have to do the rest of it. I do half, he has to do the rest of it. Something like that. It's yeah.
And I think, yeah, the
It's
chemistry
pretty
that you
fast.
guys
But it's
have,
just
obviously,
it's the
yeah, coming from your childhood and knowing each other for long, being in the same choir and stuff like that. So I mean that definitely shows in all of your
exactly.
tracks. Even with Southside Pillar, you could actually feel the heat there, and
Yeah,
it was quite amazing.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
guys, should we take a
yeah.
question now?
That's yeah. It all comes a long way back.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so we have a question that we got on
Let's go.
Instagram. It's from VXIB. You said that your next solo album will be different. So tell us what the difference
Vibe Up.
is.
Shout out to Vibe Up.
Yeah, Vibe. So I think, yeah, you guys have to tell us what's different, with this album and everything you guys have done in the past. Glenn, do you want to answer that?
So yeah, I think Vaibhav sent the question to me, and I think I had like a conversation with him about my next project, which I don't mind talking about. It's basically the sequel to Scottappanum Vibes. So like every year I have this one major project that I do, and 2019, yeah, 2019 was my Arangeta mixtape. 2020 was Scottappanum Vibes, and then next year, like it's like my personal major project, and like yeah, so next year is gonna be definitely the sequel to Scottappanum Vibes, and in general, it's just a lot more work in it. It's got one thing that I'm changing up from my usual style is having more than 10 tracks in it.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, and I've got like a lot of people on it, not as features, not as vocal features, but producers. I'm like having a lot of the new ones like I haven't worked with before. So yeah, that's pretty much
Amazing.
about it.
Yeah, we'll take another question also. It's from It's Your Boy Evie. What inspired you to make this album?
This album, bro. So this album is it's not inspired by anything. It's just our works, and we are bringing in a new concept. Like, obviously, Glenn has his character. Like he's Scottappanum. So I needed an intro, and he's my Young Thug's my biggest influence. So I like to be called because I hope I'm not doing that much as much as him, but I'm very inspired by his music. So I just thought what, he inspires me. Let me put it as Thuggappanum. And actually, Glenn came up with the name. Glenn came up with the whole idea of this. So I was not I didn't even start thinking of the name at that point. And Glenn was like, Edda, what should we name it? I was like, Edda, I don't know. I should sit and think about it. And Glenn was like, Edda, how about Scottappanum Thuggappanum? And I heard first it was Thuggappan. Yeah, first it was Thuggappan. Yeah. And then I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool, man. Like, that's cool. And then when I really liked the name was when he made the album art for it. That's when I was like, okay, this is beautiful. Like, it can't get better than this, So then, yeah, it was just like that. So that's the inspiration behind the name. And this album is, bro, just our works from March. So there is a lot of variety, I feel like, in the vibes. Like, it's not everything just trap or everything is dark. It's like upbeat, experimental, couple, we got everything. So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. It was COVID, we had to stay in, we had to do something. So we did this, So that's the whole story behind it.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty much when we started doing tracks first, like we said, it was just like singles initially. And it was like basically COVID, and we were like, you know what, we need to do something. And that's literally how it took off. And then towards the end, I mean, talking about the cover art itself, initially even the title wasn't this. We had some other name, we had some other cover art. Like I had another concept initially. And but once we fixed on this title, like as Scottappanum Thuggappanum, like I immediately knew what I wanted. I even initially commissioned the work to someone else, but we didn't really get what we wanted. And then I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna do it by myself. And then I had this ideated, like I had it on a post-it notes. I have post-it notes all around, and I keep writing shit on it, or drawing stuff on it. And I sent a picture to Kiran. I'm like, bro, idda on a cover art, I'm gonna do this. That was it, literally within the next 2 hours, I think I sent him the final one, and I'm like, that's it, done.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that shows how we work. It's like very spontaneous stuff. Like we hear something, we know that's the thing, and we jump into it. It's the same with anything that we do. I think, as soon as we hear something or like we get inspired, we're just like, that's it. Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
that's how we work.
It's like, yeah, it's the moment sometimes. I feel like in the moment you make something, but the thing about it is, if you touch it in a different moment, it's not going to be the same. Like the vibe's not going to be the same, if you know what I mean. So when I do a song, I do like the whole thing, because if I do parts of it, it's like, it's just different. It doesn't give the same feel. Like voices are different and stuff. So like, it's just that moment. You sit in the moment, you make it, and then you sit and think, oh shit, what have I made actually? And then you analyze if it's good or bad, like that. Like we have couple more tracks, but so we just listen to everything, and these 8 were like the good ones, like standing out. So we have these out. Yeah.
So do you guys you obviously, have a lot of inspirations that you have, like you said, Travis Scott and Young Thug and all of that. But when you listen to a beat, do you know that, yeah, this is something that I have to, create a song, is that something that comes to you guys and then you guys share your thoughts on that? Yeah.
Yep. Glenn, you want to go or?
I mean, so when franchise came out first, we both were like literally into it, and so like I don't think we take a track and we are just like, oh, we need to make something like this. I mean, that's never happened. Even like the first thing that you can relate to, like something that's happened, is the Pumbata effect. Even that initially we didn't make it in a way to make it Pumbata effect. It just happened to become Pumbata effect. Like we heard it, everything started falling into pieces, and we were like, oh shit, that's what this is. So we don't do stuff like that exactly, but yes, when we start making of something, we're like, hey, you know what? This will be our reference. This is what the vibe we need to go with. But the only other time we've done something that is literally the same is when we did the franchise cover kind of thing. Kiran and I had.
Yeah, that was because we both were hooked and we just did a cover. But actually, even that, like, I think we made our own little version of it. Like it's a bit different to the actual one. So yeah, everything, even that was spontaneous. Like that was and yeah.
Cool, bro. So let's listen to another one then.
Awesome. So the next one is called Asha, and this is probably one of the first few tracks we did, and I'm just gonna play it.
This is the best. This is one of the best.
കാലത്തെ മോഹങ്ങളെല്ലാം മറന്നു തീച്ചുള നീ എന്നെ കേറി പറ്റി ഒന്നും പറഞ്ഞില്ലല്ലോ എന്നാ പെണ്ണെ പറ്റി സൈലൻസ് ബേബി എന്റെ തലയിലങ്ങ് കേറി you so ഹൃദയം കീറി every day the things she said I knew it was nearing love you but വേണ്ടാന്ന് പറഞ്ഞപ്പം ഉള്ളിൽ നീറി എവിടെ പോയാലും my mind fucked up കാരണം in the steering, cause you still steering, baby. All the nights under the stars got me going crazy. I saw you as Beyonce and saw me here chasing in the dating temporary at the buck shit, I'm dating with me, but I can't get in the I'm ready, I shine now. All your friends calling me the star. That's my friends, that's my boys, and the real ish star. Baby, give me a chance, and I can da nashtam, yeah. Hinder kashtam, hinder ishtam, me nasha full on cash, I would roll up in an umbilical tape, take the move of custom beauty, production in the kind and in the chain. Nina can pusham, either in the custom, yeah, or a chance could be tardy. Anyways, no nashtam, I swear I keep it all clean. No more lying, no more crying. The pain that I'm trying. We could go for a drive. I'm really good at writing styles. People making me survive. Scottappanum vibes now. How the fuck are you so that I am kiri? Every day the things she said I knew it was nearing. Love you but വേണ്ടാന്ന് പറഞ്ഞപ്പം ഉള്ളിൽ നീറി എവിടെ പോയാലും my mind fucked up കാരണം in the steering, cause you still steering, baby. All the nights under the stars got me going crazy. I saw you as Beyonce and saw me here chasing in the dating temporary at the buck shit, I'm dating with me, but I can't get in the I'm ready, I shine now. All your friends calling me the star. That's my friends, that's my boys, and the real ish star. Baby, give me a chance, and I can da nashtam, hey. Hinder ishtam, me nasha full on cash, I'm in the car. I would roll up in an umbilical tape, take the move of custom beauty, production in the kind and in the chain. Nina can pusham, either in the custom, yeah, or a chance could be tardy. Anyways, no nashtam, yeah. Nashatrangal and the car, no children, chain, love you so much every day. Me and they kanate, Islam. Give it a try, no nashtam. Give it a try, give it a try, give it a try, give it a try, no nashtam. I said, give it a try. I said, give it a try, no nashtam. ആർക്കാണ് ഗ്ലെന്നിനെ പുച്ഛം അത് പറയണല്ലോ. Amazing stuff, bro. Seriously, like I'm trying to be as critical as I can, but like these are tracks I'd vibe to any day and have them on my playlist. Like onnum parayanilla, it's like amazing, and I love the way after KV's verse how you come in, right? The first part of it, that was it was so smooth, like yeah, and there's someone in the comments also who said that
I think
saying that these guys vocals vibe together really well, and that's so true. Like when you guys come together, there's just something about it, that chemistry is definitely visible when you guys make a track, and that's definitely visible in this track.
This song is probably my most favorite GWS verse.
Thanks.
This flow, like is the first time, man.
Yeah, really.
Yeah,
really
but
cool.
yeah, bro, this song actually, this song actually, like it was more like you hear the beat, and then you just know this is like pucham, like something dramatic.
Okay.
So that was the whole concept behind the song, and I don't know, bro. I just started writing, and like I just started imagining shit, started writing, and it came up to that, and then Glenn just picked it up like that. And then yeah, it's one of my most favorite tracks, I think, in the album.
Like one of the best things about working,
so much feels.
Like the best part about working with Kiran and like when we get on something, is the fact that we don't have to overthink stuff when we write. It's just whatever comes to your head, you just write it down, and you just whatever comes to your head when you hear the beat, and like wherever, like if it's a demo that's sent to you first, like whatever he left it on, you just take it and then you just continue it. Like, it's not like, oh, I have to stand out or I have to do something different than what he did. It's just like, hey, I like that vibe. I'm gonna continue with that vibe. Don't overthink it.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Yeah. It's more about the finished product. It's not about like it's what the song is.
Yeah. And you that part with the flute, I think, isn't that the flute? Like there's a part, right? That's really catchy. That's really nice.
Yeah.
So who's the producer?
Shout out to 8th Section. He's another producer from Europe.
Yeah, amazing stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, these guys are really good beat makers, man.
And we'll probably take a question.
That was
Yeah, so we have Arcado who's asked, what's your artistic vision? So we'll probably start with Glenn and then we'll come to you, KV. So Glenn, what's your artistic vision?
Artistic vision, okay.
Tough. Arcado is always the kind of guy who's going to give you some intellectual stuff to think about. So I can expect this from him. Yeah.
I was looking at the questions, and then I was like, oh my god, these few questions are going to get us stuck. But it's a good question. These type of questions, like it's really cool.
But yeah, talking about like an artistic vision, for me as an artist, I mean, I've never seen myself as someone who's full-time into it, and I don't think I'll ever do it also. For me, this is just like something that I'm doing as long as I enjoy it. And and like funny part is Arcade and I had a talk about this like last night. We did a track yesterday. We started working on a track, and so it was like any sort of vision that I have as of right now is probably that I need to put out something that's different from what everyone else is putting. I don't want to, yes, I draw inspiration from other artists like Travis Scott and stuff, but I am not trying exactly to be just like him. I am trying to draw inspiration and become myself. Yes, I'm like having a similarity in the name, but that's something that I am doing as a tribute to him, I guess, to show like my, I don't know, that I really like, follow him, or I have like great influence, like from like I take inspired from him or whatever. But yeah, like my vision is just that, you know, as long as I am enjoying this, I'm going to keep doing it. And I just want to put something that's different each time. I don't want to keep making hits, like, or like I want to keep making the same kind of songs. It's not that. Like I did Caught Duke, but I've never done another track after that, like, which is the same thing. I've done Traps and 3, but I've never done something that's the same thing again. So Avishna, everything, I've never tried to recreate the same kind of thing. I mean, I do get messages people asking me to make, hey, dude, you should do some songs that's similar to Avishna again. You should do a track that's similar to Caught Vibe again, but Caught Duke again. But I just never, I mean, it's not about that. I mean, I've done it. Now it's something else that I have to conquer or, you know, do. Or try.
And I think that's what keeps you going, right? I mean, that creative part of it. Like if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, then you get bored, and then it doesn't really help the whole vision that you have.
And for me, I think what's the advantage is that I am not someone who's trying to. I mean, for me, this is not my source of living. So I have the room to experiment and do things that can actually be a win or a win-lose or lose-lose. So yeah, I have that room where I can actually make a mistake and learn from it. So
So Kayywe, do you I remember when we spoke, like you have a different idea, right? I mean, when it comes to music, you kind of you're trying to kind of make this you'd like to, you know, have this as your full-time thing, right? I mean, if there was a chance, you definitely want to do it full-time. And so what's your vision when you create a track, when you create an album?
So for me, bro, like it's I'm not even thinking about the fact that I want to make this full time later. For right now, like right now I'm doing everything normally, going to uni, going to work, you know, and doing this on the side. But I would really love to. But like the thing is, I don't look at it in a business point. I don't look at it in a roadmap kind of thing. And I don't have it like, oh, in these 3 years I need to. There's nothing like that. I just want to, like, every song that I make, the next song should be a bit better. So it's like I want to grow like that. So hopefully, bro, because I'm also still a student, like, you know, even though I've been listening from a long time, I'm still a student. So like I've maybe 80% discovered my voice, but like, you know, the 100% should come out. So I'm just gonna be key. Like for me as an artist, like I don't make beats, but when I listen to certain beats, I know, like, okay, I can do something with this because it's because I look for like something like really imaginative and stuff like that. So anything funky and anything something different would I like to pick those beats, you know. I normally try to stay away from like mainstream type of beats, like always, because because the music plays a huge part, and I want to bring out like different vibes every song. So I don't have like a vision. I just do whatever comes to my mind. Like I don't know what to call it, but it's just like I have this link between when I listen to music and I can imagine something. So I guess that's the main thing for me. Like, you know, what I can get in my mind at that moment, that would be the song. So no agenda, like I got to follow these rules, nothing like that. Like I'll do anything, you know.
Right.
So yeah. So it's like, yeah, that's my artistic vision. Like whatever comes into my mind. And I don't know what that is. Maybe in a couple of years I can clearly define what it is. But right now it's just listening to good beats and just imagining stuff and writing lyrics and just working with the vocals, you know. Try out different stuff every time.
That's awesome.
And see how it comes out. Some come out good, some come out all right. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, and something else that you told me a long time back when we spoke on the show is that you know, you maybe do 100 tracks and maybe, you know, 10 of them come out or maybe 5 of them come out. Right? So it's all about that experimentation.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep doing it. Yeah, and finding a voice, obviously, it comes down to that, right? Doing it over and over again and figuring out what or who you are and stuff like that. So yeah, that's
100%.
amazing, bro. So we have another question from Pont Blank. It says, "Is this an experimental sort of album? If so, what genres are you covering?" Glenn, do you want to go?
Sure. So
This
yeah,
is our
definitely.
own genre.
I mean, we've done a couple of things. Yeah, we've done a couple of things. Track from like each track, it keeps changing. It's not the same thing over and over. I mean, it is definitely experimental because what others haven't done yet in the same scene right now. So yeah. Dan asked how many songs have I missed. You've missed 2 so far.
2, yeah.
2, bro.
Mafia and Asha.
Shout out to Dan Pearson.
Shout out to Dan Pearson. What's up, brother? Yep. Dan Pearson is the way, right? KV, you came up with that, no?
Dan Pearson, that's the wave.
That's the wave. Okay. I mean, I think that's stuck now. I think that's his tagline.
That was
I think like Arcado has, Arcado on the beat. Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Dan Pearson is a very unique producer.
Definitely. Yeah.
He comes up with very good beats. Never disappoints. Gotta release all the tracks now.
Yeah. So since Dan is here now, let's play another track then, Glenn.
Awesome.
We were waiting for you, Dan.
All right. Oh shoot! I closed it by mistake. My bad. Don't worry. I've already put stuff in folder so that I won't be by mistakenly putting out stuff. Oh, weird. Hey, dude, I can't see the screen now.
What the hell is that?
Whoever's doing this needs to stop. I can't.
Like it's Eloy.
I'm pretty sure it's Eloy, but anyways.
Yeah, Eloy is trolling you.
Highs in the room, quarantine, no scene posting. Vibes, Scottappanum times, bro. Scottappanum vibes, straps, we looking at stars, they giving me signs. JD, no dealer, it's got northern lights every night. All I think about is rhymes, trapper, on a rapper, Allah, that's facts. No, the way I finish a copy. Western trapping and Anni, I'm calling you, illa pedi. Yeah, spinning like a taddy. Juma party patai. Kashapad many if they say everything parai. Quarantine trip, quarantine trip, quarantine trip, quarantine trip. Read lit up a quarantine trip, yeah. Quarantine trip, quarantine trip. Glass and hull of the super. Glass and hull of the super. Club night in the poster. Gave it a good on the water. Scottappanum Thuggappanum a tulli charted a hit with the flow. With the highest charge, bro. We trap so hard, we make it blow your hair. My words, I'ma make it go. Quarantine trip, quarantine trip, quarantine trip, quarantine trip. Read letter for quarantine trip, yeah. Quarantine trip, quarantine trip.
So yeah.
This one's like very, again, a very different mood, right? I mean, all the three tracks that we've heard so far has a very different kind of mood. So maybe this is the kind of track that I'd listen to if I'm like high or drunk or something. Maybe not like an everyday track, but yeah, it's still like the vibe is very different. And I think we have someone who's also mentioned that in the comments here. Rasik has mentioned, I really want to go out and have a drink with my friends listening to this one. So yeah, we have a lot of people. Even Emma feels the same way. So amazing.
Let's stay home tonight and let's party tomorrow.
Amazing. So who's the producer behind this one? Is this also someone from outside?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Wait.
This one is by.
Nah, that's cool, bro. I was just asking because if it's one of our usual guys, then just wanted to shout out to them because music is again amazing. Yeah. And like I said, the whole thing is that ipo keta moonu track they're like very different kind of vibes, different mood. And yeah, that's when you guys say, like, there was a question that asked you, right, what genres. Yeah, I think it's like everything. There's nothing you can't like pinpoint and say that this album is a trap.
Yeah, that was the whole vision, like, not just like one. Gotta have upbeat, experimental, low beat, dark. So yeah, we over the years since we made a lot, we could actually pick a couple of them in everything and just make an album. So yeah, even the coming tracks are really nice. I'm very keen for you guys to listen to it.
So is this?
Like I just checked it up, and this was done by the beat was done by Benihana Boy.
Okay.
Benihana Boy.
Shout out to Benihana Boy, even though he's not here. So
yeah, exactly.
I want to ask you guys a question, that's come out, and it's a very interesting question, okay? And it's also something that we touched upon earlier, but the Nids, is asked on Instagram, what will they do when their sound is lost or changed? So this was something that I was asked, and I think what they mean is that what happens when you guys there are other people who sound like you and have your style, and you kind of go out of what do you do when you come to that situation? So Glenn, do you want to take this one first, and then we'll...
Sure. Yeah, I mean, first of all, that is something that I know that I have in the back of my head, like being a musician, that's always something that should be in the, at the back of your head, like knowing that, hey, today or tomorrow your time's up, like, so you've got to do the best that you can at in the time that you have. And so I mean, if more artists like this come up, I'm glad like I could be someone before them and like probably paved the way and made listeners and an audience that can go and find them as an artist as well. That is one, definitely. And then second, hey, it's always a game, man. Like, you've always got to keep up. There's no slack in here. And there's literally hustle all night and staying up all night just working on stuff. I mean, as long as there's the passion and the the drive in you to like keep going, just keep doing it. And,
I think
it's still till it lasts.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, even for me, I know it's in the back of my head, like, there are going to be people doing, but what So what I try to do is like, I hope I can do it. I'll try to keep evolving, like, and just try bringing new stuff out. Like, let's see how it works. But yeah, but whenever I have to retire, I have to retire. That's it. Like,
Yeah.
time's up. Yeah, till then, it's important that we do how much ever we can till that time, and hopefully, make
Living out of it at
make
some point
something.
also. Yeah.
No. Living, bro. Living is not even in my head right now. That is a dream, and I'm working
Yeah.
towards it. So it can happen. It can't happen. I'm not sure. But
Hmm.
like, yeah. But even if I'm like, I'll keep putting out tracks, like no matter what.
And I think that's something that's really important that you guys have told me before also, and most of the people that I've spoken to on the show also have spoken about, not really worrying or doing this for the views, right? Like when you start doing that, you kind of start to feel like, what is all this
Oh
work
my God, I
for and
still
why you're doing
remember.
this?
I still
Yeah.
remember being so excited about my first 150 subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, I'll drop a track as soon as I hit 150 subscribers. I mean,
Yeah.
looking back, I mean, it's funny, but I never did it literally for the views. It was just
Yeah.
because I wanted to do it. And I always had
Exactly.
tracks done, and it was just about putting them out as the time came up. Yeah.
Yeah. And
This
I
is
think,
like,
yeah.
for
Yeah,
us,
KB,
at
go ahead.
least for us, this is for like medicine for us.
Hmm.
If we don't make a track for a long time, we are just like down. Like, that's it. Like, so for us, like, to stay happy, I think we will keep making tracks. And
Yeah.
even if someone else comes, I'll still keep putting out stuff. Like, it's not gonna stop.
Hmm.
Not gonna like retire like that. Like, but then then it's like a self thing. When you reach that point, you're like, okay, I've done enough. I don't want to stress out.
Yeah.
Like, whatever I wanted to achieve, I've achieved, and
So
I'm just gonna retire.
so when you like lose that drive, you just let it go and let it be, right? So
Yeah. No, the drive is always there, but it's been there. I always knew I wanted to do something like this since I was a kid. So I always had the drive, and I know it's never gonna go. But it's
Mhm.
sometimes it's just like it's you just have to retire. Like, it's your time is done. You can't do anything about it. Even if you want to keep making, it's just time up. That's it. So it's important that you do as much as you can till that time, like Glenn said, and just be happy.
Yeah, and I think I mean, being a little older to you guys, I can tell you that age also plays a big factor. Like after you reach a particular age, right, you have responsibilities, you have things to do. But at the same time, like even I'm a guy who works a full-time job. About the podcast is like something that the show is something that like keeps me going. That excitement, as
Exactly.
I can totally relate to that feeling that you guys have now, because I've been in a situation where I've had YouTube channels on the side to just to try and make it, but that's never worked out. But when I'm having fun, I don't even care if it's like 10 subscribers or 20 or 30. I don't give a shit. So I totally
Yeah,
relate to
exactly.
what you
That's
guys
it.
are saying. Yeah.
If you keep going, it will grow, bro. So don't
Yeah,
worry about it.
exactly.
Yeah. So you just got to put in the work.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Glenn, let's hear the fourth track.
Awesome. So the next track is from this producer called Razor. He's like an NRI kid as well. He's in Oman.
Yeah, I've seen him on
And-
Instagram, I think.
Right. He's done. He recently did a huge album with Dope Ghost. Yeah. So I think
He's
yeah. You finish.
oh no. So he's after, at least personally for me, after Dan Pearson, he kind of became, he was a second beat plug for me.
Okay.
And this happened back in April. He just, like, this is so random, bro. I just, out of nowhere, followed him. And because we had some mutuals with some mates I studied with in Kerala, like they were from Oman too. So I just followed him, and then later I saw he makes beats, and then he sent me a couple, and then Glenn started working on this one, and he's a really good producer. Shout out to Razor.
Shout out to Razor. So Orangani.
Razor on that beat, boy.
Yeah.
Emma says there's a song for every mood, and it just summarizes everything that I have to say. It's again,
we've got it covered.
Yeah, you don't need me anymore. I think over here, I think these guys can take over. And but Glenn, this sounds like I've told you this before. It's very. You have a very unique voice, even KV. You kind of know, let's say you listen to a Travis Scott song, it's Travis Scott even before it starts, even before he starts singing or rapping, right? In a similar manner, right? If I would listen to this, I would kind of already know that Glenn's on this track, because it's like a signature kind of. I would expect someone like Dan, who you have a lot of chemistry with, to come up with something like this. But shout out to Razor, amazing stuff. And I'm trying to be as critical as possible, but everything is amazing.
Sure.
I mean, it's really good. So far what we've heard, this is very different. Every track is different, and Emma says it has its own vibe. So
yeah, bro, that's what we want to give.
I mean, when I got this beat,
hopefully
first,
people like
when I heard the beat, I knew what it was, what I had to do on it, and then I finished up my demo and I sent it over to Kiran, and Kiran, I was like, Kiran, you just need to do your work, and that's it. The track's done. That's pretty much how it went.
So amazing stuff. Yeah.
He's like, Racer sent me 5, bro, and I took 1 and I'm writing now. That's all he says. Then I have to kind of figure out everything else. And then in maybe 2 hours, there's one audio that's come in. And then I'm like, oh, okay, this is what he was talking about. Wow, okay, cool. You know, yeah.
When it comes to writing, right? I mean, what's your do you like listen to the beats over and over and again, and while listening to the beats, you guys, write what you're planning to do? Do you guys have different ways of doing it? Kiran, do you want to?
So
Yeah, I think different ways.
I just write, bro. I just write and I make a demo ASAP. Keep listening to it, and then I know, like, okay, these parts maybe I got to change a bit. It's not sounding a bit off or something. And then just like change it, listen to it. It's all like trial and error. So I keep exporting bounces, like from my project. Like, I just maybe do one setting, bounce, hear it. I don't like it. Go back to the project again, bounce. So it's like I keep trying different stuff, and once I reach that, like, where it's like it's matching the vibes and everything, then I'm like, yeah, it's all right. Let's go ahead with this. Yeah.
So Glenn, what's
like
your...
I said, bro, for me
Sorry,
with music, very momentary. Like it's like an instant thing. So if it happens there, it happens. Otherwise, it's not gonna happen. So like all the beats we have till now, at least the ones that I've started on, the first time I heard it, I started writing. No
Right.
thinking twice or anything. Like these, oh bro, I like it, started writing. And then like you put out the idea and then you look what's good, what's bad, like, yeah.
I mean, for me, I only pick up a song only if the beat talks to me. So like you mentioned, Razor had 5 beats, and I just chose one, and that was the only one that actually I really vibed with. And like as soon as I heard the beat, I knew what it was going to be like too. So like I knew what the end product should sound like. So from then I know what the vision is, and then I'm just trying to reach that. So like I write as I record. So for me, I don't bounce until I'm done with the whole track or my demo. So I don't like. I think that's where Kiran and I have our differences. Like, he writes and then he records, and then he has to like see a bunch of drafts before he actually chooses one. But for me, I only export out like literally after I'm done with it. And it's very rare that I actually go back and re-record stuff. And even if I do, it's only because I might have not had time to actually get the output that I wanted. And I have to send a quick demo, or I'm like under that time thing. Like I'm just like, okay, I need to send it right now. So that's literally how it usually goes for me. But yeah.
And yeah. So
it's different for both of us, but it works together.
Exactly, yeah. That's what matters in the end, right? So
yeah, that's it.
yeah. And we have a question to GWS from AKD official. He says, "Njan 13-year-old rapper aanu. What is your message to new rappers?" So looking for some advice.
Okay, if I'm like, first of all, shout out to everyone who's coming up. It's really nice to see the scene grow. But if there was any advice that I could give, it would be just like, try to be different. Don't be like someone who's already there in the scene. Like, and I'm not trying to be rude or anything. I'm just being straight up, like telling you, try to bring something that's new to the scene, because that's what's helping the scene grow. Just by doing the same thing over and over, it's not going to go anywhere. But when you try to bring new sounds, new styles, and new stuff into the scene, that's when the scene grows. And always keep trying, like even if no one really thinks it's going to work out, but if you really know that it can, or that something can come out of it, just keep doing it. Just put it out.
Yeah, exactly. That's same what I have to say.
Eloy is asking a question. what made you decide to pursue a career in entertainment? So I think it's not a career, right? So, but you guys, you can still answer, both of you.
See, bro, it's just that see, everyone has different things that they like, and yeah, we like music, and it's part of entertainment. And but for us, more than entertainment, it's more like way of just letting out everything in a way.
Right. Yeah.
Like like it's a stress reliever, and like it's our passion and it's our drive and everything. Like if you ask me personally, like if my friends are having a party and if I was listening to a beat and I really loved it and something came into my mind, I would not go for the party. I would sit at home and do the track. So it's like it's just that drive, like so like people love doing other stuff, like, and they're in other industry, so we're just here, and we love it. It's our passion, it's our drive, like so
Yeah, and I think you
we
guys,
ended up here.
yeah, you guys have cultivated this from childhood, right? I mean, this has been your
Yeah.
thing on the side always, and that's.
Yeah,
I mean, like, for
exactly.
me, it was probably cricket. In the same way, like I used to.
Of course.
It used to be like stress reliever,
Exactly.
right? So it's just music for you
I mean,
guys.
if I had to put it in a simple,
Yeah.
if I had to put it in a simple way, for like people, they like listening to music, they like dancing to music. I like listening to music and I like making music. That's pretty much it.
Right.
Because I can't dance.
Simple answer.
That time into something else.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's the drive, bro. So like if we can entertain like a couple of people, it's good, right? We feel good. We get a satisfaction, which we want. Like we want to keep entertaining and keep getting that satisfaction. That. Yeah. So like like other people have other stuff to do. We only have this. We have our degrees, but like we only have this other than that.
Yeah.
So and this has been our passion, and we got to stick to it. We are going to stick to it, no matter what happens. We still like that's why I have my setup. Glenn has a setup, so we're gonna. The last thing we would stop doing is making tracks for sure, because that's our drive. Like we cannot stop doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
So
bro.
it's like entertainment. Let's go.
So entertain us with your next track, Glenn.
For sure.
Track number 5 coming up.
Then I was just looking at what the next track is. Yes. Oops. Did I click?
Gaming, എല്ലാം കൊടുത്ത് ഞാൻ ഗെയിമിന്. We never stopped and on the way top. ജീവിതം കളയും ഗെയിമിന്. എല്ലാം കൊടുത്ത് ഞാൻ ഗെയിമിന്. We never stopped and on the way top. ജീവിതം കളയും ഗെയിമിന്. Yeah. Every song was a free throw. Blending bottle and good, bro. How we kicked up all night and with the stove. Hey, Kai, പൊള്ളി മനസ്സ് പൊള്ളി വീട്ടുകാരുടെ പുച്ഛം തുടങ്ങി നാട്ടുകാരോ തെറി വേളിപ്പരം never really stop it. ചൂട് വിട്ടുകൂട് കളയാനില്ല മണിക്കൂറ് പുച്ഛിച്ചു but now I'm 400. Hey, രാത്രികൾ പകലാക്കി വാക്കുകൾ സ്വരങ്ങളായി മാറി റാപ്പല്ല കവിത സ്കാമിങ് ലൈക് സരിത വന്നത് ചെളിയുന്ന playing this game like ഗെയിമിന് എല്ലാം കൊടുത്ത് ഞാൻ ഗെയിമിന്. We never stopped and on the way top. ജീവിതം കളയും ഗെയിമിന്.
എല്ലാം കൊടുത്ത് ഞാൻ ഗെയിമിന്. എല്ലാം കൊടുത്ത് ഞാൻ ഗെയിമിന്. All for the game, not for the name, not for the cash that comes with the fame. Gaming. എല്ലാം കൊടുത്ത് ഞാൻ ഗെയിമിന്.
end up and you fail to score. Stay humble and stay low. When the time's right, you will blow. Yeah. രാത്രികൾ ഉറക്കം കളഞ്ഞിരുന്ന് മൈക്കുന്ന ബുദ്ധിലെ സ്വപ്നങ്ങളുണ്ട് ഹസിൽ ചെയ്ത് the future is us കേരള നാടും നാടും turf.
Damn, dude, that beat is so sick, man. Amazing. Like, I think this sums up everything that we spoke about earlier, right? Game in a kodukum, like, you'll give everything for the game, and that's exactly it. It was kind of the right time we spoke about it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. This is bro. This is actually a track that's gone through a bit of tragedy, but ended up really good. So what happened is we made this song, and it was on a different beat, and we couldn't. That beat we couldn't find it after that. The saddest moment of my life, like, honestly. I wish I just like bought it there itself, But then we had to try, and then we ended up with this, and this just sounded way better than everything else we made. Like, it was a bit slower, but like, yeah, this was like one of the, like, so if you're going for like a club vibe, like, this is what, if you ask me, I would play from the album.
Yeah, this is like, something. Yeah. I think this is the my so far what we've heard, I think this is my favorite track, and I think when I'm driving, this is something that I want to listen to, right?
Yeah, bro. Yes, from tomorrow onwards, yes.
Tomorrow onwards, yes. So waiting for the release tomorrow so that I'll probably only drive after that. Okay, so make sure to release it on time. So, but amazing, man. I think Vaibhav says them 808s hits harder than thunder. Definitely. I mean, that when you start off itself, the beat is like, it just gets you into the track.
Yeah. It's like
amazing stuff.
It's like this is like our genre trap. This is what we started with. Yeah. But now we're doing.
Shout out to Young Taylor for the production. He is the producer on the track. Young Taylor.
I've actually heard of Young Taylor.
Yeah, he's a big guy, man. He's produced
these are beats from BeatStars, and
yeah, I think I've seen this on BeatStars itself. I've seen his profile on BeatStars. Yeah.
Yeah.
Glenn, what are your thoughts on this track? This is one of your favorites.
On this track, I mean, it's pretty much just as Kiran said. Initially the beat was different. It was much more upbeat. I mean, faster, not pretty much the same vibe, just faster. And then we ended up I don't really remember what it was, but we ended up not able to get the beat, and then we tried to recreate the beat a bunch of times, but didn't work out. I mean, I don't think we hit what we wanted, and then Kiran came up with this, and then he was like, it's much slower, it's a little slower, but I think this is it. And then I re-recorded, and then we were like, that's it.
So it's like, that's
what we wanted.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, but this is basically everything we talked about before the song. Like, we give our life for this. This is first preference.
And I think when you, like, let's say I'm feeling down and about something.
Yeah, it's about uplifting people.
Uplifting you, exactly.
So when people listen to my tracks, I don't want them to think it's me telling them something. I want them to take it as themselves and enjoy the track. Because I'm not preaching, I'm just giving out vibes, so if people who can relate and
it's all about that relatability.
So shout out to everyone who has that relatability, and shout out to everyone who's listening. Thanks so much for the support, man.
Yep. And we'll take another question. How long did you guys take for this album, the whole, from start to finish? And when is Kiraki coming back? So Kiran, I'll let you answer this first, and then we'll go back to AJ. Yeah, AJ, right? Okay. That's the guy with you.
AG.
Okay.
AG. So we started it in March, and like we said before, it was initially not planned for an album. It was all planned for singles. We even started working on cover arts for some songs, like literally. And then, so there was just a delay because we both were kind of busy with other stuff. Glenn had some projects. I was working and stuff. So like, really didn't get the time to coordinate and put it out like all the singles. So then Glenn was the one who said like, let's just put an album out, bro, because it's all like nice songs and different vibes and everything. So yeah, that's when we started like, so if you ask me, the songs we started making from March till maybe October. October was, I think, the last track we made for this album. And yeah, we have a couple more that will come in the deluxe later. So yeah, bro, I don't know, March to October, how many months is that? Like 8
testing your math skills.
8 months. Yeah, bro. Yeah, very bad at math, by the way.
I can relate to that. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Glenn seems like someone who's really good at maths. He seems like a brilliant guy.
Yeah,
ഞാൻ സയൻസ് ഒക്കെ എടുത്തതാ. 12th വരെ സയൻസ് ഒക്കെ പഠിച്ചു, എന്നിട്ട് പിന്നെ ഞാൻ ആർട്സിലോട്ടങ്ങ് പോയി.
You know, talking about arts, right? There's this guy called Siladitya Design, and he asked a question: will GWS be there? He's 100% here. I have some doubts regarding how to draw a car door handle. So do you want to help him with that?
So
there's nothing to do with music, but
from my college.
Just had to ask him. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So he's like, so in my college it's very few Indians that are around, and he's one of the few Indians, so pretty close. And he's also producing nowadays. He's also getting into the whole production side and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, whenever he watches this, when it comes on IG, he's not here right now, but whenever you watch this, dude, hit me up. You have my number. Call me up. We'll have a Zoom session.
I was expecting you to like take us through the whole process right now, but yeah, no, it's cool. It's good.
ഇത്രേ ഉള്ളൂ, ഡോറും പിന്നെ ഒരു ഹാൻഡിലും.
ഇത്ര ഉള്ളല്ലേ? അപ്പൊ ഇതിന് ഇനി സൂമിന് I don't think he has to. Yeah, I don't think he needs to join the Zoom session.
എനിക്കൊരു ഡെമോ.
Yeah, that's cool.
No,
yeah. But amazing stuff, bro. So really excited to listen to the next one. While Kiran comes back, I think he's having some internet issues.
Yeah, but I think.
Yeah. No, but let's go ahead with the next one. I think the 6th track that we're listening to now.
Yes, 6th track. It's called "I Come in Peace."
Oh. Is this something to do with a diss or something?
No. It's all nothing. No hate, nothing in this. It's all just music. Awesome. "I Come in Peace" was produced by Dave K from Kalaman. Big shout out to him. He sent this beat into Kalaman's group, and it was called Blade Runner. That was what the file was named first.
Okay.
And from the name itself, I knew it was some insane stuff, and I was like, bro, let me check this out. And then I heard, like, bro, has anyone picked it up yet? Has anyone like wanted to do a track? And he was like, illa. And I was like, you know what? I have some. Let's see this. So that's pretty much what happened. And then Kiran jumped in and became a track. So yeah, let's see.
So shout out to Dave. Yeah.
I come in peace. I put a gun to your head and I put you to sleep. I come in peace. Verum vendaminde engelmeniketimeti. I come in peace. I put a gun to your head and I put you to sleep. I come in peace. Verum vendaminde engelmeniketimeti. Etra nalakkai kashtapaade. Nee enna Cutting on the claim, saying he's out. And to me, a legacy of the yesterday. The whatever curling, and the gosh. I come in peace. I put a gun to your head and I put you to sleep. I come in peace. Better than that, and make me captivating. I come in peace. I put a gun to your head and I put you to sleep. I come in peace. Better than that, and make me captivating. Hello, jump out the jet cause he holla the sign. The music of it, I welcome for sana. I fetch your baby, hand in Milana. Thuggappanum Scottappanum Thuggappanum. Cuddle the what a name. Practice you, your name, me. Bobby, you're lying, like Collele. I can peace, Collele. I fetch your baby, Ponele. Friend in the water, Pinale. Talk to me nice. Why you so spicy? You can buy it, dead in the foot, the crazy, we don't need the bike. Too many years and too much crying. I ain't giving you, that's mine. Stop playing games here, that's not fine. Don't make my shit, it's still crime. Nangla on that kid, the buy. Wanna papa buy. I can put or be fry. Shoot your shot, I say good try. Shoot your shot, I say good try. Tap your internet boy. Stop tap like a kid, boy. I got the sauce, it ain't no soy. Legacy in their mind, boy. Legacy in their mind, boy. I come in peace. I put a gun to your head and I put you to sleep. I come in peace. Better than day and give me captivity. I come in peace. I put a gun to your head and I put you to sleep. I come in peace. Better than day and give me captivity.
When you guys released the promo on IGTV, right? You guys had this one. This was the track that was playing, right? So this,
right.
like, bro, onnum parayanilla. No, seriously, man. I mean, it's really amazing, and this is the kind of track that when you listen to, you'd wonder who the producer is, because
Exactly.
it's just amazing. Like, it has that, I don't know if it's what I can remember when this when I hear this is some kind of samurai vibe for some reason. And it's just beautiful, man. It's amazing. Amazing.
Big shout out to Dev, like this track wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for his production. Definitely. I was just lucky enough to hear this and like have an idea of what I could do with it. Like it may not have been the best that I could do or the best, that does justice to the beat, but I definitely tried, and I knew it was, I had a tough time with recording it too, because the thing just changes constantly. Even if you put a metronome on it, the thing just keeps changing so much that it's just like playing with your head. And I'm just like, okay, I have gone I had so many takes, I went off time because the beat just goes in a different way, and I'm just like, oh. So like putting it together was definitely a tough one, but I think the output was beautiful. And like shout out to Dave, definitely.
Shout out to Dave. I mean, amazing stuff. KV, you're on mute.
So what happened is, actually we both got the beat at the same time and we both started writing. So he recorded first and it sounded perfect. And then I was like, okay, I've written something, let me try. And it I don't know, it was so like coincidence, like whatever he wrote, like 85% matched to what I wrote, something like that. So it was just like, slide in and then it just worked out. And more and in this track, more than vocals, I think even music plays a big part. So, as like Glenn came up with a amazing hook and everything, but even the music plays a lot of it.
Yeah.
So,
It's
it
like a
was kind of
third.
easy.
Yeah, it's like a third
You
artist,
just had to
an
push
actual
it a
artist
bit.
on the. Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly, that's it.
Right, exactly what
Exactly,
Ronnie said. It's
that's
not
the
like
thing.
it's just me and Kiran on this track. It's not a
Yeah.
looped beat. This is
Yeah.
the beat itself is
This
like
is
an art. Like
yeah, it's an art. So like
pure art.
it's all
Like,
about
it's just
pushing
constantly
that
changing.
up a bit.
I
And
think I've this is the first track that I've listened to of Dave's, and I'm already a fan, man. I mean, amazing stuff. Like, really,
Check him out.
I
He's
mean,
got
now
another track called Kissa on
Kissa.
Spotify. Do check it
Okay,
out.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
yeah,
Insane
check it out.
artist.
Insane.
Amazing, man. Really nice to see a lot of artists coming up, and the stuff that they're doing is just so unique, and the quality, like I always say, when it comes to Malayalam hip hop, like
I can't
the
wait
quality of you
for
guys
you
have.
guys to listen to the songs on Spotify.
Yeah,
That's when you guys will get the 100% feel.
definitely.
Yeah, but for now, this is a taste. Like this is how it's going to be.
And my co-host Emma says, I swear they keep getting better after each track. So yeah, I think that kind of sums it up. Beautiful stuff, man.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Thank you, everyone.
And you're definitely building a hype for me. For most of us who are listening here to make sure that we click download right when it comes out. So
yeah.
What time is it coming out tomorrow?
It's coming 6 p.m. Indian time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Sounds good. So shall we go to the next one then?
Yes.
For sure.
Awesome. Let's do it.
The next one is none other than Namada Machan here in the chat.
Danny Boy.
And Pearson, that's the way.
Okay.
And Pearson, that's a wave.
So this is
First time I saw a Sony 4K TV.
You want to give like a intro, Kiran?
yeah. So this song is called 4K. So it's so I don't know. So this just came into my mind, like this whole idea. So I was like, okay, you know what? Let's do something. So this is actually Travis Scott inspired, like how he did for PlayStation. I just wanted to do something for a 4K TV. So what I did is I went on YouTube and I saw a couple of ads, and this one, the first bit of this just went with the whole beat. I don't know why. Like the beat slowly comes in the back and starts. The volume goes up, and it was like there's like you can hear there's like a bang. That's when the song starts.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know, bro. It's just like a
like I said before, we don't overthink stuff.
yeah, definitely can see that.
Yeah, it twice. I just thought about it once. I was like, yeah, I think this should be the.
This is like Panasonic,
Cool.
It's like I think you can get some ads on after this TV.
Yeah.
A better life. Let's do it.
First time I saw a Sony 4K TV, it was like opening my eyes. It's 4 times the detail of HD. Colours become richer. Details become clearer. Kaligala morning level of Koodi, Kalayuka Vera, Policy Adukumi, raps in Sydney, Cali, Pacha Chedi, boys like a smoking too. Quick with the talking South Tech, Pilate, I'm gonna carry, Mala carry, yeah. Now we on top of your city. I'm moving focus, 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 I'm moving focus. Cartel 4K, Venda Bias, came from the trap, and some scar, and Danny on the beat, rent some side, and beat a trip, and pumper and pull, either a trailer, picture, Kadakanu, knee, pogale, orderly, bro, like orderly, cause I came with the fire, they'll come on the ain't no retire, native on there, that's not tired, bangers and bangers, I am tired, yeah, flows in the big bazaar, and I check my guard, bros, no, Kutagar, only facts. Fuck all your money, and fuck all the money that flipping the packs in the trap, but work like a bot. Came for the cloud, and filling the spot. They came with beef, I made it alive. Yeah. I'm moving focus, 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 yeah. Counting the 4K pixels are lost, stacks on the table that right in the loud. Now I'm a pole, I'm dropping so hard, and I made them every day. Counting the rover every day. Look at them, bangers and bangers, who made the beat. Damn Pearson, that's the faith. But then here I'm wrestling down to the hustle all night, and I like it. In the lady, I like a tripping so high like Malakati. I ain't no rapper, I ain't no copy. I focus on vibe, my focus is steady. Aim at the head, corner baby, pocket is locked, back at the middle. I'm moving focus, 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 yeah.
Yep, that's
Yeah, so this track would be, it's a banger, but it would be the most experimental track on the
yeah, the next one. But yeah, before we go into that,
no, I'm talking
This
about
one?
4K.
4K?
4K.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like it's just a different beat. Like when Dan
Right,
sent
yeah.
this to me, it was just different. Like it was nothing like anything else. Like and then it was like, wow, okay, make something like out of this really cool, and then this came up. Like I said, I told the first thing I told Dan, I heard the beat, I was like, Dan, bro, this same name of the song is 4K. Before writing lyrics, I was like, name of the song is 4K. That's how it. Then I just wrote like that, and then actually this addition in the first, we only did it maybe like one and a half weeks back. That's when this song whole came together. Just 2 weeks back. So yeah, man, shout out to Dan Pearson, top producer.
Shout out to Dan, yeah.
Always, number one, man.
Very different
Day
as
one.
usual. Yeah.
Yes.
And I think someone was saying this has a Scottappanum vibe in there. I mean, vibe, obviously. So,
Yeah.
Amazing stuff, man. I mean, like, I can, now we've listened to like 7 tracks, right? With everything that people are saying and, my personal opinion, like this is some next level shit. This is something that's not been seen. I'm not saying
I
that.
can't wait for everyone to listen
seriously,
to it tomorrow, man.
I'm not saying this because I know you guys, but I think this is something that, like, before this, I started off listening to, Glenn's Scottappanum vibes. That's like my entry to how I got into this. And then I started listening to all of the other guys and stuff like that. And this seems like another album that, I'd be listening to all the time. And it's
Thanks, bro.
It's neat, bro. Neat stuff. Really good.
It means a lot, man. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks, bro.
Glenn, you have any thoughts on this, or do you want to move to the next track?
I mean, dude, like, that's like, that track is an overload for me. Like, it's insane. Like, when I
was this something that was tough to make? It seems like something that was no. Okay.
No, this was like instant. Like, Kiran sent it in, and I'm like, oh my god, it's like it's like straight up, like just going
just
fast,
like,
and I'm like, whoa, okay. And it was just like
so for me, I wrote the lyrics, but I took some time to get the flow. But once I got the flow, it was all good. Like then it was like instant, like that.
And I think even the duration that you guys have on every track is kind of very apt. It doesn't stretch it more than it has to be. It's like how to flow along pokolu.
Yeah. So maximum, I think one of our tracks is 3:30 or something like that. That's I'm not sure. I think so. That's the maximum one we have. But yeah, we try to keep it short, so it's quick and the point.
Glenn, another question to you, like something that we spoke about on the show earlier was that every track, that even the sequence of the tracks are kind of thought out, right? So
Yes.
is that the same with this album also?
Of course. I think we spent a significant amount of time on that. Anjali, myself, and Kiran. We had a group just for this once the tracks were done, just to talk about how things are gonna move on into when it's up to release date and stuff.
So how do you decide something like that?
So I have to make sure it's like, I mean, for me at least personally, I need to make sure that it's not the same thing over and over again. So like I said, it's the same thing I have when I'm trying to make songs as well. So when even when like I'm putting the track list together, I'm like, first one has to be like something that captures everyone to listen to. Hey, what's next? And the next track has to be like, if that is like a high beat stuff, next thing should be like a mellow, like slightly lower. And then it goes up and down, up and down, up and down. So it's like a journey. It's never a stagnant, like straight down or up. Just it's like always up and down, up and down. So I mean, at least that's the way I try to think about it. It's the way I would enjoy music if I was listening to it. So I try to sit in the listener's, seat, and then I'm like, okay, what am I listening now? And I try to listen to the whole album continuously, like in the sequence. So if I create a new sequence, I'll listen to the whole album again in the same sequence. So it's like, it's a process. Like, you put your effort in everything. You don't cut corners and be like, hey, okay, itana chumma track list. You think about it.
Yeah, it's like creating a thumbnail, for a video that you put out, because, you put in as much effort into the thumbnail as, that's what people say, like, guys who really have, people who watch their videos, they say that, you put in a lot of effort. So it's like a lot of work goes into making the album, and even the sequencing and all these finer details are, I think, what really makes it and brings it all together, right?
Exactly. I mean, so I'll have like, so this is me putting up my next project together. So I'm like already putting the sequence in. So it's like a process. Like, it's like many post-it notes like this that keeps going into the trash and coming back. So just the process.
Yeah, it's like, that's what would make it stand out as well. Like, just making a couple of tracks, putting it out as an album is it's not like, because we when we were thinking of it, we were thinking of, okay, anyone who's going to the album, they're going to start from this song and end at this song. So because all the songs are new to them, so it's not like, oh, they have a favorite one, they'll go that stuff. So we thought of it like that, and it was a whole, like, like, not like continuous bangers, not continuous slow ones, mix it up. And that's what makes the experience a bit more nice, like when you listen as a listener, I think.
Right. So Ronnie's internet has some issues.
Ronnie is gone. Okay. So we got to take it. Beautiful.
Let's.
Hello.
Do we wait for him? Or...
Yeah. So what we can do is I can pause it real quick. And we'll wait for him to come back.
Let's do it. Sorry, guys.
All good, bro.
Net paniyam. It never happens, and it had to happen. I was scared of this one. It happened at the right time. I've connected through my phone, so I hope.
A good friend, a bad friend.
Yeah, I think it's a bad friend to Glenn, especially most of the time.
I'm not even using Wi-Fi. I'm just using mobile data.
Yeah, that's what I've done now,
bro.
I'm just gonna
literally the reason why I left the call in before was because the socket underneath my laptop, I mean the computer desk, started having sparks in it. I was like, shit,
what the hell?
I had to replace the whole extension cord. I'm like, oh my god, nalla samay.
I hope Anjali is recording this, because we need this to be there on the.
So random.
Anyways,
let's do it. Let's close it on a high. Let's do it.
So yep. going back. Share
You wanna?
screen.
Should I just tell a bit about the track?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Go ahead. Before I play it.
Okay, so this track is called Hello Hello. So I can't really explain what the name is till you guys listen to the chorus. But this is basically just a thing. It's about we are in a race, like all of us. You know what I mean? Like it's like that's what I looked at. Like we're in a race and we're racing, and all our lives is a race, you know. And so we've tried to relate it a bit to cars and stuff. So it's like a whole motorsport song vibe. So you can hear ഇവിടെ അവിടെ turboയും എല്ലാം പോകുന്നതൊക്കെ കേൾക്കാം.
I thought you meant rat race in the beginning, so I was expecting rat in the shabdam, but yeah.
No, not rat, bro. No rat shit.
No rat shit. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Start with a bottom point. Let me fly. I'm in the trap. I'm with the birds. Flipping the packs. I ain't twisting the words. Vroom, vroom. Don't let it burst. Don't let it burst. Race, yeah. I'm on the first. Touched it. Only in the mile. Burning that was rubber on ball. 4K in Mala. 98 boys. Pelt my collar. Whoa, whoa. Come to my section. I do you walk down. Hey, hey, hey. Boys back in Tangana note, bulletin behind the matter, pattern, putting Kadan, left wing, Alanya, edit the drop the pattern like chasing adios on my fellows as I go and tap. It's fast, so mellow, pinky fresh like my lips on strawberry labello. Got some baddies and I call them rebello. She called me twice, but I'm like, hello. Outta, baby, I'm in a race, yeah. Hello. Outta, baby, I'm in a race. Hello. Big up, boga, kati, rubber, bella, boga, kala. I burn the terraces, smells like her down bed. Slippery sending go to the petrol tank. ഒരുമിച്ച് പറക്കുന്ന നാട്ടിലെ റോഡിലെ വണ്ടിയിൽ സൗണ്ട് കൂട്ടിയങ്ങിട്ട് പറപ്പിച്ച് എനിക്കുള്ള വേടി എക്സോ സ്പീക്കറും ഒരുപോലെ കത്തി കണ്ടവർ പറയുന്നേ ഗോസ്റ്റ് റൈഡർ പോകുന്നു സത്യം പറയണ ഞാൻ അവനെ തീർത്തിട്ട് പോകുന്നു കാക്കി നോക്കിയ പിടിക്കാൻ കേട്ടില്ല കയ്യിൽ പോയാലോ ഒളിവനും കേട്ടില്ല കാലിന് പോക്കറ്റ് ബാക്കി bags in the bed, my one day low rider. Chasing adios to all my fellows as I go and tap. It's fast, so mellow, pinky fresh like my lips on strawberry labello. Got some baddies and I call them rebello. She called me twice, but I'm like, hello. Outta, baby, I'm in a race, yeah. Hello. Outta, baby, I'm in a race. Hello.
Love the part where KV you say hello. That's like it's like something that would really stick in your head, you know. Adele's hello, but this is a different way of doing it.
That's what.
Nice stuff, bro.
This is something different. No one's done this.
And so again, I think the sound design, I don't know if you call it that, but to a layman like me, it's something that's again really catchy. What's happening in the background when your vocals are still going on, there's still a lot happening in the background.
That plays a huge part. And we were anyways planning to put a drill in this, so we already have another one, but this turned out to be better, so we're just putting this. And so it's basically it's just like we're in a race, I'm getting a phone call. I'm like, hello, hello. I'm in a race. Hello, hello. Something like that. Yeah. So hopefully, in the video, I can show it a bit better when we put it out.
Do you
Yeah.
guys plan to, like, when you're releasing it tomorrow, is it like lyric videos, or I'm sure you don't have like proper videos out right now because of COVID and all that, right? So
Of course. So we are gonna put the album out, and slowly we're gonna put out a couple of videos and everything. It's already we are in talks with a couple of people, and lyric videos. We haven't planned anything yet, but we're just gonna see like which song is clicking the best, and we're gonna absolutely work on that one for sure. So yeah.
Yep.
So this everything is coming soon. So we want everyone to hear the songs first, and then the videos will come.
Definitely. But yeah, man, I mean, really looking forward to it. You guys have definitely, at least, being a fan for myself, you've definitely elevated stuff, and it's really nice to, hear the quality of music that's coming out. And like I said earlier, every track is different from itself. Like, you can't say that, this is same as the other. Like, you can't say that.
Yeah. That's a big, yeah. That's, yeah.
And hello, I think,
hopefully.
Definitely, closes, on a high. So
yeah. But like I said, I can't wait for you guys to listen to it on Spotify, and that's when you guys will get the whole feel of it. This is just like this. You guys have heard it, but it's still a bit of a suspense.
Yeah, and definitely the Zoom audio doesn't probably do justice to it. So
yeah, no, it's yeah. So so tomorrow, everyone please hop on the album as soon as it drops. And
yeah, guys, 6 p.m. tomorrow.
Let us know which track you love the most. Let us know your thoughts. And yeah, bro, I'm looking forward to what everyone thinks.
Yeah,
I was reading the chat, and my God, it's funny
Glenn.
stuff out there. Yeah.
So we gotta decide. So this will be like a sequel, right?
Right.
Like this, there'll be 2 right next year.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. Every year.
Yeah.
Every year.
This is gonna be there, and then probably next November we'll drop 2.
I mean, as long as Kiran and I are still making music, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. Yeah, 100%. But yeah, so this is the first one, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Many more to come. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And I think for Kayywe also, like, I think this is the year where you properly got into this.
Yeah,
right?
This is where I'm starting to like see what exploring and everything. Yeah, so this is really huge for me. For me personally, this project is really huge. Like especially because I only started doing Malayalam this year. I could actually come up with a lot, so I'm very keen to show everyone that. And shout out to Glenn. He's the only reason I'm doing Malayalam right now, because otherwise nobody would have influenced me to do Malayalam. I heard him, and then I was like, oh yeah, I need to do Malayalam.
I mean, shout out.
And then
I'm only here. I'm still doing songs only because he started. So it's
exactly. That's what I was gonna say.
So it's never like, look, I got him into this, but now I'm in a point where he's got me into another thing, So we're like all mutual, like helping each other out. That's it. So yeah, man, Malayalam. We're gonna do more tracks, way more tracks. We're gonna change the game.
Yeah, amazing stuff, guys. And Glenn, do you have any closing comments, thoughts that you have for tomorrow? I mean, all of us are definitely looking forward to it, and I just want to take this opportunity to thank everyone who's actually stayed with us for almost 2 hours. It's a Sunday night, but and for for Anjali it's morning, but for Kayywe it's really late. But amazing stuff, guys. Like, thank you for also giving me the opportunity to come in and get to listen to this preview. It's been amazing, and want to thank again everyone who's actually joined us and stayed with us. Send us the comments and your stories. The questions on the stories and stuff like that. So thank you so much, guys, and I want to especially thank Anjali for setting this whole thing up and taking care of it. 3 of us didn't have to do shit, literally. Like, we just had to come on the call. She set up the whole thing. So yeah, Muttumani, thank you so much for doing this. And looking forward to more, guys.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
Awesome.
So,
thanks, guys.
thanks
to everyone who stayed.
Big shout out to everyone who stayed. And catch you guys at 6 p.m. tomorrow.
6 p.m. tomorrow, guys. Stay tuned.
We're going to have a party, guys.
Yep. Monday is going to be better than usual, so.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. All right. Awesome, bro.
Shall we close the call?
Yep. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, guys.
She called me twice, but I'm like, hello.